Hello and welcome back to Siam Legal's channel. My name is Bridie and I'm a foreign legal consultant here at Siam Legal. Today we're going to be talking about the topic of company registration in Thailand, in particular for foreigners. So today we're joined by Chiara Brudelli, who is our senior associate from our corporate and commercial team. Hi Chiara.
Hi Bridie, it's a pleasure to be here.
So certainly one of the biggest inquiries we get here at Siam Legal is with regards to how do I, as a foreigner, open a business in Thailand. So Chiara, what are some of the initial considerations that a foreigner needs to take into account if they're looking to open a business here?
For a foreigner to start a business in Thailand, there are quite a few restrictions that you would have to be aware of, just because there are some activities that are only allowed for Thai people and some activity that a foreigner can technically operate but with an additional license. If the business that a foreigner plans on operating falls into the Foreign Business Act, then we'll have to see which category of the Foreign Business Act it falls into, because there are three lists of activity that technically prohibited for foreigners to operate, because they are considered activities reserved for Thai people. Now, if the activity falls in the first list of the Foreign Business License, then the foreigner is completely prohibited from operating in that field. That usually includes fishing and farming and land buying and selling. If the activities fall into list 2 or list 3, those can actually be done by foreigners by applying for a foreign business license. There are some type of exceptions. For example, if you plan on conducting a business that is retail or trading that has registered capital higher than 100 million baht, then you're allowed to do that without having to apply for a foreign business license. Or you plan on conducting a business that is 100% export, that would be allowed to be done by a foreigner as well. These are a few examples. There are a few more, but basically almost every other activities are restricted.
Wow, okay. Are there any other sort of exceptions to that?
Well, they could apply for a foreign business certificate, which is, if they qualify for that, which is the Treaty of Amity, that is for US nationals, and the BOI, the Board of Investment, that's another foreign business certificate that they can apply for, or they can apply for the actual foreign business license, which falls into the Foreign Business Act.
But clearly, when you go, walk down 𝐂𝐴𝐧𝐿𝐵𝑡, there's obviously businesses that are owned by foreigners. How are they doing it? If all the business activities are restricted under the FBA, how exactly are they setting up their businesses then?
Well, in most cases, these foreigners would have a Thai partner who hold the majority of shares in a company, and that would actually make that company a Thai limited company. So if a Thai person holds at least 51% of shares in that company, the company will be considered Thai and those restrictions will not apply.
Is there any sort of minimum capital requirement for this type of company?
Yes, so if you have to apply for the foreign business license, the minimum requirement is 2 million or 3 million baht depending on the type of business. But for the Thai limited company, well, there is a limit capital that you would need, but it's like very low. It's about 100 to 100 baht, but we do suggest to our clients to start with 1 or 2 million. 2 million if you want to apply for a work permit and a visa, because that's one of the requirements.
Actually, one question that I want to clarify would be, what exactly is the minimum registered capital, or what do I have to show to the authorities with regards to that capital?
For example, if you want to go with 2 million baht of registered capital, you would have to show that you have enough funds in your bank account to actually purchase those shares, and your partner as well. So if you have a Thai partner, that would have to show that they have enough funds in order to purchase the shares in the company. The minimum requirement depends on what you plan on doing with the company as well. For example, if you plan on employing foreigners, like we mentioned, the minimum is 2 million baht per foreigner. But if the registered capital is lower than that, another thing that could be a problem is the credibility of the company as well. So our suggestion would be 1 to 2 million baht at the minimum to start your Thai limited company.
So obviously I don't have the Thai bank account yet. As the foreigner who's investing in this, can I just show a certificate from my foreign bank, or?
Actually, you can do that, but you would have to translate that to Thai, because the Department of Business Development does accept only documents in Thai. So we'll have to translate that, but it definitely works.
Okay, so normally the main thing that I need is the sort of proof of funds from my bank.
That is correct,
to show that I've actually got that amount of money commensurate to the shareholding.
That is correct, yes.
Okay.
And same thing goes for your Thai partner. They would have to show the money in their bank account as well in order to be able to incorporate the company with the shares that we mentioned with that registered capital.
What's the next step of actually going for the application itself?
Well, the application process, it is straightforward, but there's a lot of documents involved. So meaning that you would have to prepare quite a lot of application forms supporting documents. One of the requirements that you would have to meet, first thing, is the 2 promoters, initial promoters, and 2 shareholders throughout the whole operational period of the company. The initial 2 promoters have to be natural people. to incorporate the company. Once the company has been incorporated, then we can proceed with transferring the shares to, let's say, a company if you wanted a company to hold the shares. Also, you would have to have an address to register your company under, of course. So you would have to have an office address in Thailand as well.
Do you have like a memorandum of association?
Oh yes, of course.
Meeting?
Of course. So that is actually what Siam Legal comes into play, because we would prepare all of that for you. We'll prepare the memorandum of association that you will need for the incorporation for you, along with any minutes of meetings and any resolution that are required according to the Thai law in order to incorporate the company successfully.
So for these application forms, are they in English or are they in Thai?
They are actually 100% in Thai. That is why we actually suggest you have somebody who understands the language, assist you throughout the process. Now, if you decide to have our Siam Legal team assist you with that, we will also provide you with all the English translations so you know what you're signing and what the company structure is.
Can I incorporate a company from abroad? So I'm residing overseas, I want to be a shareholder in a Thai company. Can you do the process for me while I'm overseas?
For a shareholder, yes, but if you are the director of the company as well, then when signing from abroad, you might need to notarize your signature for that to be accepted by the Thai government.
Yeah, good to know. So how long does it normally take?
Well, the process usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks, depending on the queue at the Department of Business Development. And our team can help you throughout the whole process, explain to you step by step what you have to do.
Okay, great. Yeah, so certainly having a Thai partner helps, and it helps to streamline the process, because I understand that the FBL application, which is the alternative, how long does that normally take?
Well, yeah, that's the thing about a foreign business license. I mean, you could technically apply for it, but it is quite time consuming. From my experience, it can take anywhere from 3 months to up to a year. And that could, people usually want to start business sooner rather than later. So that is why most people that have Thai partners decide to go with a Thai limited company instead.
When the company is registered, can I then open a corporate bank account here in Thailand?
Yes, of course. But actual director and the authorized signatory would have to be at the bank in person to open a bank account in accordance with the Bank of Thailand regulations.
Once my company is incorporated, what else do I need to know? Is there anything else I need to register for? Or?
Well, we actually would recommend register for VAT as well. VAT is value added tax. It's one of the registration you actually are required to do in order to apply for the visa and work permit for your foreigners as well.
And also, if my revenue is over 1.8 million Thai baht,
yes, that is correct. It is mandatory if the revenue of the company exceeds 1.8 million baht. However, you are allowed to register it before your revenue reaches that number if you require that for your visa and your work permit.
What about Social Security? Can you explain that a little bit to me as well?
Yes, of course. Social Security registration is for the employer to register themselves and their employees and get benefits from the government. That is actually one of the requirements for your foreigner's visa and work permit as well. So the ratio for visa and work permit is 4 Thai employees per 1 foreigner, and those 4 Thai employees will have to be registered under the company's Social Security.
So I understand that as well. For some business types, you may also need additional licensing, is that correct?
Yes, those are industry-specific licenses. For example, a restaurant license that you would need, or a liquor license.
Can Siam Legal help with these sort of licenses as well?
Of course, depending on the type of business that you plan on conducting, we can help you apply for the license specific to your business type and any other additional registration that you might need.
And normally they need to be applied for in the district office where the head office is located normally?
Yes, normally yes, but for the actual incorporation process, it can be done from the central here in Bangkok, but for anything else, any other registration or amendments, it does have to be done in the province where the head office, the company, is located.
Amazing. So what about work permits? That's something that we get a lot of inquiries about. We have a lot of people who say, okay, I want to get a work permit, I want to stay in Thailand for a long time. What exactly are the requirements for work permits under a Thai company?
Okay, so you do not automatically get a work permit when you incorporate a company in Thailand. You would have to be employed by the company that you open. So you would be employed as one of the managers or an employee or a director, and the company would be able to apply for your visa and work permit for you if they meet the requirements, like we previously discussed about. So 2 million baht of registered capital per foreigner, 4 Thai employee per 1 foreigner, the VAT registration, the Social Security registration. If all these criteria are met, then you will be able to apply for your visa and your work permit under your company.
And another thing I think think a lot of people don't realize as well is that with that work permit application, we can't actually make that until your company has been operating with all of those things for at least 3 months.
Yes, that is correct. So they would want to see records of operational side of the company for 3 months before you can apply for your visa and your work permit.
So that about sums it up. I think you've covered most points about company registration in Thailand. Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
If you guys want to get started with the incorporation process, just feel free to contact us, reach out to Siam Legal, and our dedicated corporate team will assist you throughout the whole process until you receive your incorporation certificate.
Thank you so much for watching, guys, and please like and subscribe our channel, and we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.
Bye!